Why the hell does it feel so goddamn infuriating to lose in Overwatch? I can't be the only one, right? I mean, sure, you could say that losing in general is usually less fun than winning, and that in pretty much any game, and while that is true, there is something about Overwatch that makes it particularly annoying to deal with. I mean, I can lose in other games without getting an urge to make my table part of the wall decor, so what's the deal? Well, obviously I won't get around starting off this video with a disclaimer that anything I talk about today is based on my own experience and opinion. I'm not attempting to be scientific in a broader sense than trying to analyze myself and why I get as angry as I do when I lose in Overwatch. And for that purpose, we will be comparing it to other games I have played. But you know I don't even want to dance around it for any longer than necessary. So why don't we name the culprit right from the get-go? The reason that losing in Overwatch is so infuriating is because losing literally takes away your ability as an individual player to effectively play the game. And you know just as much as me that no calm down in the world is gonna stop a gamer from angrily voicing his dislike for that nightmare level NPC that just no-scope juggled comboed you through the map into the oblivion that is a safe game you didn't bother to update for the last 4 hours without giving you a chance to react at all. One of the worst things that can happen while playing video games is not being able to play the video game anymore. That's why crowd control abilities are so freaking annoying. You know you could blow the guy up if he didn't use that cheesy stun ability on you. And some of you might sit there saying, well, duh, the goal of the game is to win. Obviously, I'm not effectively playing the game if I'm not winning. But that's not what I'm talking about. Because the joy of video games does not solely come from the satisfaction of knowing that the opposition just wasted 30 minutes of their lives in a match that does not grant them any rewards. There is satisfaction in game mechanics that other titles have a bigger emphasis on. Heroes of the Storm is a good example because, just like in Overwatch, winning all on your own is near impossible when your team simply refuses to be carried. However, whenever I play Heroes, as long as I don't get matched up against a pre-made, there's still satisfaction in game mechanics to be had. As a damage character, I can still try to get clutch plays that might not matter in the long run, but still make me feel really good about myself. As a specialist, I still take pleasure in knowing that I did my job and kept my team in the game by providing them with a constant flow of XP. Meanwhile, in Overwatch, if I have a team that just absolutely refuses to do anything that makes sense, then I, as an individual player, can quite frankly not do anything. There are no camps I can clear on my own, there are no sneaky plays I can try to pull off to solo a fort, or any side objectives I can spend my time doing while my team is just mindlessly feeding. When you have a team that is straight up throwing, then all you can do is swap to a hero whose win rate you do not care about, because apparently that is a meme that the community actually takes seriously, and wait for the timer to tick down. Because in Overwatch, not playing with your team means losing. There's no way in hell you are ever going to win a 1v6 against a team that is working together while your own team is jerking off in spawn. And while winning against a well-coordinated team in Heroes is also very difficult if your team does not do the same, there are still things you can do in an attempt to further your efforts towards a slim chance for victory. Players in Overwatch keep clinging onto meaningless BS like gold medals to validate their own performance. They want to feel good about themselves, thinking that they did everything in their power to win even when the team did not do the same. And that largely takes away from the aspect of the game that requires everyone to work as a unit. Every job a player has in Overwatch is strictly connected to the unit that makes your team, whereas splitting according to your roles is something that's a basic piece of game design in Heroes. Although this simply means that there's one goal in every Overwatch game. It is the objective. There are no side objectives for you to capture and no jobs for you to do other than fueling the war machine that is your stack of 6 people walking towards the objective. If just one part of said machine is not working, that makes winning fairly difficult. If it's more than one, that might already take away your ability to play the game altogether, as winning teamfights with 2 or more people and not participating is nearly impossible in the way the game has been designed. It usually results in you getting spawn camped. If we take a look at Rainbow Six Siege, for example, it's a similar story to Heroes. Yes, team play is a great benefit, especially in higher ratings. But just speaking for myself, I never get angry at Siege because every time I lose, I know I could have done something better. I could have always positioned myself smarter. I could have always landed a few more shots. I could have always been a little more careful, and I could have always carried harder. What can I say in Overwatch? I could have had more luck with matchmaking. I could have been less unfortunate with my team where one guy tilted another one into throwing. You lose Overwatch matches for all kinds of reasons, but actual skill is too rarely the reason, and that is infuriating. Now, I don't want to sit sit here claiming that I have a solution for this problem, because I really don't. I think there are a number of problems that create this type of experience, but reality is that I play Overwatch because I am looking for a different experience than what I get in Heroes of the Storm or Rainbow Six Siege. If I want to try to be the carry and only rely on my own skill, I'll jump into Siege and see if I can shake off my rust and pop some heads once again. I play Heroes of the Storm for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is team play and hero synergy, but also try to do weird plays that could potentially win the game. Overwatch does not offer this level of freedom and expression of skill, quite frankly. I mean, I love doing silly things in both of these games. Winning a match of heroes in a team of 4 specialists and 1 tank against a team that has been playing a legitimate comp is as hilarious as it is satisfying. And getting a play of the game in Overwatch where I pull Molten Core and dance on the payload is the kind of meme that I live for. But I feel like players are often looking for such vastly different experiences in the same game that it creates a lot of inconsistencies. You have people who care a lot about ranked play with those who don't care at all. People who want to try hard in quick play and those who just want to meme. I feel this might be more of a problem with a player base in the game itself. If everyone only participated in the game mode that suits their desired gameplay style, then we'd have far less problems to deal with. But reality is also that you can't weed out all the bad seeds. It's impossible. And even if we did, the fact that victories are not achieved by superior skill alone is also extremely infuriating. We have to worry about abusing map design and countering cheese comps more than thinking about how we can outplay the enemies by sheer skill. Well, I guess you could argue that a level of knowledge and flexibility is part of the skill ceiling in Overwatch, but we see where this is getting us. But again, I play Overwatch because I enjoy this type of gameplay where everyone works together like a well-oiled machine. It's just that keeping this machine going is the entire gameplay experience, and once that stops working, you can't play the game anymore. And the loss that you eat for that feels even more infuriating because it's outside of your control. So to conclude the video, I'd say it's a combination of the game relying so heavily on all 6 members working together that once somebody decides to do their own thing, you could already easily lose. Not only does it suck to lose because of something that was not your fault, that one guy also just made it so you cannot effectively play the game at all. Add to that the fact that we spend so much time just trying to abuse the way the maps have been designed and cheesing our way to victory rather than outskilling each other, and we have a good idea for where all that frustration is coming from. Losing in other games is less frustrating because I can acknowledge that I got outskilled, and also because I can still play the game and try to win even when my team is throwing. But this is me done for the days I discuss why losing in Overwatch feels so much worse than in any other game I play. If you want to share your own thoughts on the subject in question, then please feel free to do so down in the comment section below. But until then, thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to drop me a like on your way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time.